You might think that jar of honey in your pantry is just a sweet companion for your tea, toast, or smoothies. Harmless, natural, even healthy. But beneath its golden glow lies a surprising truth that most people don't hear. When honey is combined with certain foods, it can quietly trigger inflammation, upset digestion, or even affect long-term health patterns like brain function and energy stability. Yes, that revered healthy sweetener can subtly undermine your wellness if you don't know the science behind it. So stick with me till the end, and I'll walk you through the not-so-obvious food combos to avoid and the smart ways to enjoy honey more powerfully, especially as we age. First, let's celebrate why honey is such a marvel. It's the only food that remains safe to eat indefinitely. Archaeologists have even found ancient Egyptian jars, over 3,000 years old, with perfectly edible honey inside. That shelf life comes from honey's unique composition. Enzymes, antioxidants, and antimicrobial compounds all working in harmony to resist spoilage. But it's not just about shelf life. Raw, unfiltered honey delivers living enzymes, beneficial amino acids, trace minerals like iron and zinc, and sugars that your body absorbs more slowly and evenly than processed sugars. That's why honey fuels you without the jittery spikes, if you use it right. Raw honey supports your immune system, soothes sore throats, eases digestion, and calms inflammation. It's been called nectar of the gods for good reason. But, and this is the catch, its powerful chemistry makes it sensitive to what it's eaten with. Little-known reactions may disrupt digestion, block nutrients, or even activate immune-related inflammation in your digestive tract. That's why it matters not just what you eat, but what you pair it with. Let's dive into the first unsuspecting clash: honey and soy-based foods. Think tofu, soy milk, soy yogurt, or soy protein powders. Each ingredient has its own health story. Soy brings plant proteins, isoflavones suspected to help heart health, and a cooling energy in holistic nutrition traditions. Honey adds warmth, enzymes, and a light energizing effect. But when they meet inside your stomach, that's where chemistry and ancient wisdom collide. Soy proteins, especially processed ones, can react with the natural organic acids in honey, like gluconic and citric acid, forming heavy clumps or precipitates. This is essentially curdling happening inside your gut, making digestion harder. Instead of smoothly absorbing nutrients, your digestive system struggles, and you end up with gassy, bloating discomfort. That's not just inefficient, it's a stress your gut doesn't need. As you age, your stomach acid, digestive enzymes, and gut motility all decrease. These changes amplify the reaction, making that smooth soy and honey smoothie much less harmonious than it seems. From an energetic standpoint, derived from Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine, soy is considered cooling and calming, while honey is warming and energizing. Mixing these states may confuse your digestive system, causing fatigue, sluggishness, brain fog, or bloating. Your body's subtle signals may whisper, "Something's off," long before you connect the dots. Over time, this combo may wear down digestion, overtax your liver and pancreas, and gradually sap energy and health resilience. The takeaway? Healthy foods can clash, and as you age, food synergy becomes essential. Next up, honey with tea. It's comforting. Hot tea plus honey feels cozy, safe. But the culprit lurking here, tannins. These compounds in black and green tea give that distinctive dry mouth sensation and act as antioxidants. But tannins also bind to iron. Yes, even the trace iron in raw honey, forming complexes that your body can't absorb. That means minerals meant to feed your cells are flushed away, unused. Low iron can leave you feeling tired, foggy, or even short of breath. A subtle but significant impact, especially for older adults prone to minor iron depletion. Heat also deactivates honey's beneficial enzymes. If you stir honey into boiling water, many of its health-supporting properties are lost. You're left with just sweetness, no tonic value. Plus, tannins irritate the stomach lining, and the combination of tannic tea and honey on an empty belly can contribute to bloating, nausea, or indigestion. So enjoy it, but let your tea cool a bit. ideally to 130 to 160 degrees, before stirring in honey. Now let's address a trend you may have heard: honey with raw onion, a popular folk remedy. It's thought to soothe coughs, lower blood pressure, and improve immunity. Onion offers sulfur-containing compounds like allicin and allyl sulfide, known for anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial effects. Combined with honey's soothing and antimicrobial enzymes, it seems powerful. But that sharp, bioactive synergy can backfire. Raw onion's volatile sulfur compounds react quickly in your gut, releasing gas and creating fermentation. Add honey's sugars and enzymes, and you've got an internal clash that can lead to bloating, burping, and discomfort. Worse, raw onion's potent compounds may disrupt honey's enzymes and antimicrobial molecules, nullifying the benefit of both. Anecdotally, people report eye irritation or dryness when regularly using raw onion and honey together. For older adults with sensitive digestion, the impact can be even more pronounced. So avoid the super tonic unless it's prepared, gently and in small doses, and only if your body handles it well. Let's shift from warnings to wisdom, because honey, when paired thoughtfully, becomes more than a sweetener. It becomes medicine, and not in some lofty, abstract way, but in the most grounded, body-wise way possible. You'll feel it in your joints, your sleep, your energy, even your focus. These combinations have been passed down across cultures and generations, not just because they taste good, but because they work. Let's begin with a classic that modern science now confirms: honey and warm milk. You might remember it from childhood. Maybe a parent or grandparent gently handing you a mug of warm milk with a spoonful of honey before bed. It wasn't just about sleep. It was about comfort, about care. And behind the simplicity lies deep physiological truth. Milk contains tryptophan, an amino acid that your body uses to make serotonin, the feel-good neurotransmitter that helps regulate mood and sleep. Serotonin then converts into melatonin, your body's natural signal to rest. But tryptophan doesn't always reach your brain easily on its own. That's where honey comes in. Its natural sugars trigger a mild insulin response, helping more tryptophan cross the blood-brain barrier. Translation: you fall asleep more easily, sleep deeper, and feel more restored the next day. Older adults often struggle with fragmented sleep, early wake-ups, or difficulty settling into rest. A warm mug of milk with honey, taken 30 to 60 minutes before bed, can help reset that rhythm, gently, without medication. But it's more than biochemistry. This combination soothes the nervous system. It tells your body, you're safe now. It's time to rest. That matters, especially in a world that doesn't slow down. Add to that honey's blood sugar stabilizing effect. No more midnight crashes waking you up, and you've got a ritual that does more than promote sleep. It restores your sense of peace. Just remember, never add honey to boiling milk. Heat it gently to a warm, not scalding temperature, and stir in the honey afterward. That preserves its enzymes, antioxidants, and soothing compounds. Sip it slowly. Make it a sacred pause at the end of your day. Let your nervous system feel the care. Now let's look at another honey pairing that often gets overlooked in the West: cinnamon. Yes, the humble kitchen spice that turns up in desserts, lattes, and holiday treats is actually one of the oldest medicinal spices in history. In Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine, cinnamon is revered for its warming, invigorating properties. It stimulates blood flow, warms the organs, and clears stagnation in the body. Pair it with honey and you create a dynamic healing duo. Cinnamon helps open blood vessels and reduce stiffness in the arteries. Honey supports nitric oxide flow, so the combination promotes circulation from head to toe. Cold hands and feet, numbness when sitting too long? This blend can help. It's particularly good for people experiencing sluggishness or low energy due to poor peripheral circulation. But the benefits don't stop there. Cinnamon also helps regulate blood sugar levels, which becomes more critical as we age, and insulin sensitivity declines. Honey, especially in modest doses, supports steady glucose metabolism. When taken with cinnamon, the absorption of sugar is even smoother, avoiding spikes and crashes. That means more stable energy and mood throughout the day. There's even early research suggesting this combination may support brain health. Cinnamon's compounds are being studied for their ability to protect against cognitive decline and support memory. When paired with the antioxidants in raw honey, this duo becomes a quiet guardian of your clarity and mental sharpness. How should you use it? Try this. Stir half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon into a cup of warm, not hot, water. Add 1 teaspoon of raw, unfiltered honey. Drink in the morning to jumpstart your day or in the afternoon when you're feeling drained. The warmth spreads through your system, calming nerves, energizing the body, and helping you feel a little more rooted, a little more alive. But don't rush it. This isn't just a drink. It's a moment. It's a signal to your body that you're choosing wellness on purpose. And sometimes that quiet choice is more powerful than any supplement or pill. And now let's talk about the most surprising, but arguably most powerful pairing of them all. Honey and radish. It doesn't sound glamorous, it's not flashy. But this combination is a respiratory powerhouse that's helped generations through coughs, congestion, and immune weakness. White radish, often called daikon in Asian cuisines, contains enzymes and compounds like raphanin and isothiocyanates that break down mucus, reduce inflammation in the lungs, and support circulation. When you slice fresh radish and soak it in raw honey, a transformation occurs. The radish releases its juices, and the honey draws out its healing compounds. What results is a naturally fermented syrup with antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and expectorant properties. It helps clear out phlegm, ease throat irritation, and calm persistent coughing, without the side effects of synthetic medications. 1 or 2 teaspoons of this syrup daily, either straight or stirred into warm water, can make a profound difference, especially in colder months when dry air and respiratory infections tend to flare up. And unlike harsh over-the-counter remedies, this one supports your body instead of suppressing symptoms. There's also the emotional comfort. Something about this preparation, simple, homemade, rooted in generational care, reminds the body how to heal itself. It's gentle, potent, and empowering. Plus, radish is rich in vitamin C and digestive fiber, giving this remedy added immune and gut support. A win on multiple fronts. To make it, thinly slice a fresh, clean radish. Place the slices in a jar and pour raw honey over them until fully submerged. Let it sit overnight. You'll wake up to a golden, peppery syrup, ready to help you breathe easier and feel stronger. It's simple, real, and exactly the kind of slow medicine our bodies crave. And here's the bigger message. Health isn't about avoiding every wrong combination or chasing every new trend. It's about learning how food interacts with you, your digestion, your energy, your sleep, your mind. It's about listening. So the next time you reach for that jar of honey, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, what am I pairing this with? How do I want to feel afterward? Then make your choice, not out of habit, but out of care. Because when honey is used wisely, it becomes a powerful ally for vitality, clarity, and graceful aging. And isn't that what we're all after in the end? Not just to feel younger, but to feel better, in our bodies, in our breath, in our being. So let's eat like that, live like that, heal like that. Thank you for taking the time to listen to your body with me today. If something in this message resonated, if it helped you see your honey jar a little differently, pass it on. Share it with someone who deserves to feel a little more in control of their health. And remember, the smallest changes, done with care, often bring the biggest shifts. Stay curious, stay gentle, and stay open to the healing that's already in your hands.